Welcome, Fade to Black breaking news for this Thursday, January 11th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. All right, let's get straight to it today. Tonight on Fade to Black, finally, Ron Morehead is our guest tonight. We're going to be discussing Bigfoot and physics. Now, you may remember it was Ron Morehead who recorded the samurai Bigfoot conversations. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight and so much more with Ron Morehead. Very excited about tonight's show. Let's get straight to it. Busy news day today. On this day in history, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission approved the merger of America Online and Time Warner. And AOL Time Warner stock began trading the next morning. The two entities split in 2009. On this day in 2001, AOL Time Warner. Wow, times have changed. Let's get to the Fader fact. The cookies you see Sesame Street's Cookie Monster munching on aren't cookies. They are painted rice cakes. That's right, deception. There you go. There's your Fader fact today. Let's get to the breaking news. Huge breaking news right before the show. Fruit Stripe gum is being discontinued after more than 50 years. That's right. Ferrara Candy announced this week that it will discontinue the gum. Fruit Stripe gum has been around since the 1960s. It came in 5 flavors: wet and wild melon, cherry, lemon, orange, and peach. And I like them all. The brand's mascot was Yipes the zebra, and each pack came with a temporary tattoo of Yipes. I'm going to miss Yipes. I am. The search for alien techno-signatures has dramatically expanded thanks to a new experiment involving an alliance between the SETI Institute, Breakthrough Listen, and the National Radio Astronomy Observatory, otherwise known as the NRAO. The new project is called COSMIC. Stands for Commensal Open Source Multimode Interferometer Cluster. There you go. And it is in operation at the Carl G. Jansky Very Large Array VLA of radio telescopes in New Mexico. The VLA was featured in the movie Contact, and you remember all of those famous scenes with Jodie Foster. With about 500,000 radio sources already in the database and being analyzed, the biggest ever search for aliens is beginning. Details of the first 6 months of the Cosmic Project are described in a new paper published on December 27th in the Astronomical Journal. There you go. Here we go. Astrobotic issued, Astrobotic is better. Astrobotic issued its 12th mission update today, indicating that there's some good news. Peregrine was able to power up its payloads, the ones that require power anyway, and establish connection to ground teams using NASA's Deep Space Network of communication antennas. It's unclear if any of those payloads will be able to complete the missions for which they were designed, but Astrobotic's update is optimistic. Accompanying the update is a photograph taken by Peregrine in which the wheels of the tiny Iris lunar rover built by Carnegie Mellon University can be seen. There you go. Yesterday is pretty big news, actually. Yes, for you texters. Yesterday, Elon Musk's SpaceX announced it had successfully sent its first text messages via one of its newly launched direct-to-cell satellites, a week after the company launched them with hopes of providing cell phone service anywhere in the world and rolling its direct-to-cell service out to customers later this year. They had to overcome several major challenges to send the messages, including connecting to a fast-moving cell tower. That's right. SpaceX satellites move at tens of thousands of miles per hour relative to users on Earth, and also hundreds of kilometers away. A challenge given the low transmitting power of mobile phones. We know all about that. And they were also using T-Mobile's network. And that's always an issue. The first text, it was hello. The first known piece of mail sent using a prepaid stamp could fetch between $1.5 million and $2.5 million when it comes up for auction at Sotheby's in New York next month. Dated May 2nd, 1840. The letter's original recipient was William Blenkinsop Jr., the 35-year-old manager of a Victorian ironworks in Bedlington, England. Sotheby's state that all that's known about the letter's sender is that they sent it from London, about 300 miles to the south, and paid for it with a penny black stamp. There you go. That's history, actually. A team of environmental and natural scientists from EAFIT University in Colombia, the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute in Panama. I remember those guys. They were right down the street from my house. And the Boise State University in the U.S. has found a 22 million year old petrified mangrove forest on an island in the Panama Canal. The researchers think that about 1 million years after the formation of Barrow, Colorado Island, a volcano erupted, which covered the island with mud and rocks. It also covered the mangrove forest that had grown around the edges of the island. And that is incredible. Paleontologists have uncovered a never-before-seen Tyrannosaur species in North America that has been masquerading as a Tyrannosaurus rex for decades. The newly identified species is the closest known relative of T-Rex and was larger than the dinosaur king. The newfound sister species was identified from a fossilized skull that paleontologists unearthed in 1983 while exploring the Hall Lake Formation in New Mexico. It was originally classified as a T-Rex skull and has been displayed at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science ever since. But in 2013, a team of paleontologists decided to reevaluate the skull. In a new study published today in the journal Scientific Reports, the team revealed that the skull dates between 73 million and 71 million years ago during the Cretaceous period, what makes it between 3 and 5 million years older than T-Rex. It's incredible. An ancient tomb believed to be more than 4,000 years old has just been discovered in Egypt. A team of Egyptian and Japanese archaeologists and Saqqara found burials, architectural elements, and other artifacts during the mission. Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities confirmed the find on Saturday. Among the discoveries are the remains of a human buried with a colored mask and a burial for a small child that are believed to date back to the Second Dynasty. The tomb dates to 2649 BC, right around the time, allegedly, that they built the Great Pyramid. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Hertz. Yes, the car rental company, which has made a big push into electric vehicles in recent years, has decided it's time to cut back. The company will sell off a third of its electric fleet, about 20,000 vehicles, and use the money they bring to purchase more gas-powered vehicles. Electric vehicles have been hurting Hertz's financials because, despite costing less to maintain, they have higher damage repair costs and also higher depreciation. Collision damage and repairs on EVs can often run about twice that associated with a comparable gas vehicle. Plus, EVs just don't have any resale value. Nobody wants one. Hertz expects to take a loss about $245 million due to depreciation on EVs, an average of about $12,250 per vehicle. Specifically, I'm talking about used Teslas. Tesla makes up about 80% of Hertz's EV fleet. And altogether, EVs make up about 11% of Hertz's total rental fleet. Tesla has been aggressively cutting its vehicle prices, leading to other automakers to do the same for their electric vehicles. And when automakers reduce the prices of new vehicles, that pushes down the value of those models in the used car market, causing rapid depreciation. Being a new company, you see, Tesla doesn't have as many replacement parts at hand and trained repair technicians that other car companies have, making it costly and time-consuming to get repairs. Hertz sells its used vehicles at auctions as well as directly to customers on its Hertz car sale website. So, get your used Tesla today. It's a bargain. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Thursday, January 11th, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Tonight on Fade to Black, Ron Moorhead is with us. It's going to be an amazing show because tonight we're talking about Bigfoot and physics. But for now, all I've got is Gobekli Tepe.